Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. Today I choose to talk about a Muslimic lyric. He is very famous for the Muslims. And the Muslims from time to time they quote their names. Supposedly by doing that they can refute us. But the Muslims, the problem about them, they do not know what kind of poo-poo they bring to themselves when they mention those names. And today we will give an example. This is a comment about a previous video. You can go and check it out. And deen over dunya, which means religion over life. So this guy, he chose religion over life. Like the religion is more important for him than life. And look what he said. By Allah, if we had not seen the Christians, we would not believe that there is a mind in the world that accept this madness between two bracket Trinity, and we seek refuge in God from such a failure. You see, the stupidity is that you do not know the one you are quoting what he said. I mean, if I ask you a question, I mean, how come it's a madness to believe that God can be three and one in the same time, but it's not madness to believe that God is one, but he have two hands in the right side? Or God, he is not a man, yet he have 5 fingers. Or God, he is not a man, but he have a shin. And God is not a man, but he have 2 eyes. And he have a face. And he have a butt. So it's madness for you to believe that God can be 1 and the 3 in the same time. It's madness. But look what Ibn Hazm, he said. Just to show you that you and Ibn Hazm, both of you need to go to the hospital. And by the way, Muslims who knew what this guy is saying, they call him kafir. He's a kafir. This is al-muwahhidun or al-muwahhideen. Those are the one who believe in the oneness of Allah, the one who defend Islam. Look what the title name. Al-Kafir Ibn Hazm akhzahu Allah. The Kafir Ibn Hazm, may Allah condemn him. And you are quoting for me Ibn Hazm, you idiot. Did you ask yourself why the Spanish, they made the statues for him? Because he is the donkey of the village. He is the best one, actually. Who's a Muslim want to use this guy, to debate me? This guy is an idiot. In one of his books, he have many books, and this is why the Spanish, actually, they made a book for him. I mean, they made the statues for him because he is a good joker. He exposed Islam. So in the book of Al-Ahkam, Ibn Hazm, he said, if we go down here, he says, between Tawhid, which means monotheism, and according to Muslims, but by the way, Tawhid in Arabic cannot mean monotheism, because Tawhid means unification. The word Tawhid is your wrong word for monotheism. Tawhid means unification. If something is one already, how you can call it Tawhid? That's stupid. But we will go with the word as the Muslim try to make it mean. So between the monotheism and other belief, if you are trying to say that Allah is not able to delete Tawheed, or Allah able to delete Tawheed and order to worship 2 or 3 or like Trinity, and if he do that, he is going to be unjust, foolish. You should know, if you say that, you are wrong. In fact, you are saying lies about Allah, because you made Allah unable to do so, because you are controlling Allah, because you became a judge over Allah, the one who created you. And look what he said too. And if you say that Allah cannot do that, which means, you know, with the previous mention we said, that he cannot destroy Tawhid. If you say that, this will make you a kafir. If you claim that Allah cannot destroy. Yusuf saying unification to whom? You tell me. I don't know. If Allah is one, how you say we believe in Tawhid? So, if you believe in that, which means Allah is unable to destroy Tawhid, that will make you a kafir. And you are mushrik. And you are totally the top ignorant. But you are not only that, you are a mad person. We say, listen carefully, Muslims. We say, speaking about himself, that Allah is able to destroy Tawhid and to order us to worship two gods or three gods or Trinity. And in the top of that, to worship idols. And if Allah he do such a thing, this will be for a wisdom and for a justice. And if you do that, then Tawheed will become kufr and unjust. And it's a joke. But God did not do that. As he told us, he don't change his religion. So he ordered us, and this is what we believe in. So look at the stupidity here. They are quoting for me someone saying the following in the quotation, if you remember what we read for you a second ago. That Ibn Hazm said, if we had not seen the Christians believing in the Trinity, we will not believe it. Okay. If I had not seen Ibn Hazm doing poo-poo, I will not buy him toilet papers, because this is poo-poo. So you just said it is possible that Allah he can destroy Tawheed, and he ordered us to worship a three-person, one God. It's not only three-person, one God, three gods. It's possible to worship two gods if Allah order. It's possible even to worship idols if Allah order. So what is the problem? Any Muslim can tell me? Let me use Google translation. I don't know if this book exists in English. Translate to English. Look at this. Look at this madness. So Allah can destroy monotheism. Allah can command to believe in a Trinity and even idolatry. And if he do that, he will do it because he's wise and he is just and he is the truth. And then if you order that, then monotheism will be unbelief and unjust and in vain. But he does not do that because he told us he don't change his command. So the whole idea of Islam then, that okay, Allah he says I am one, but if Allah he want, he can make himself two. And if he want, he can make himself a three. And if he want, even he can order you to worship idols. And if he do order you to worship two or three or four or five or idols, still he is just. Do you see the stupidity? This is your wise man. If this is your wise man, who is the donkey then? Because you just destroy all the refutation you claim that you have for us from this guy, because this guy, he made books supposedly to refute the Christian. The Christian believe the Trinity. But he just said that the Trinity is very possible if God want to. And who is the one who decide what God want to? You or Muhammad? Muhammad is a man who have no witnesses for anything. The angel come, the angel go. The angel squeeze him 3 times and no mayonnaise come. The angel say to him, read it 3 times, still he cannot read. People, they challenge him to bring miracles like Jesus, like Musa, like everybody. He cannot. You can find only miracles of Muhammad in the hadith. Those are fabricated stories written hundreds of years after Muhammad. The Quran is so clear saying, we refrain from sending miracle to you. Why? Because former generation refused to believe in them. So when a person he come to us and he say, let me quote for you what Ibn Hazm he said. Well, I have to ask you about Ibn Hazm, who is a person, obviously he destroyed Islam. In the same time, why you don't ask Ibn Hazm why he did not ask how come Allah he have a shin? Is Allah is united with his shin, or he is apart? Is the shin of Allah is the same as Allah? Is the hand of Allah is the same as Allah? Is the fingers of Allah is the same as Allah? Trinity is not believing in 3 gods, is believing in 1 God. But this guy, he just said it's possible to believe in 3 gods, not Trinity. You see here, the translation in Trinity is not about 3 person, 1 God. No, it's about 3 gods. 3 gods or 2 gods. Translation here is coming wrong. He can order you to believe in 2 gods. إن الله عز وجل قادر على أن ينسخ التوحيد وعلى أن يأمر بالتثنية والتثليث وعبادة الأوثان. Allah is capable to delete monotheism, and he is capable to order you to believe in 2 and 3 gods and even idols. And if he does that, he is being just and wise. And then Tawhid will become kufr, which means you are out of religion of Islam. So what the Muslims saying to us, it's not because you Christian believe in 3 person 1 God is not logical. No, it's logical, but we don't believe in it. So all the fabrication, the Muslim, they come to us with their argument destroyed by this guy, because it's possible. Who is, and you know, and somehow he is right. Who is the one who will tell God what like are you going to design God as you want? You see, the Muslims are like people who they are when they go to do shopping for their God, they are going to Victoria's Secret. They are looking for a panty. They are not looking for God. And they pick up the panty which is more sexy for them. They want to design God as they want. But when it's come to their God, they don't question him. As you see, if Allah he order us to worship idols, it's okay. No problem. No problem. What is the problem? If Allah he order us to worship 2 and 3, no problem. And if you do that, this is just. And this is wisdom. And this is the truth. So how in the world you quote for me such a person? I mean, are you insane? Yes. And you will notice that all Muslims who they are called philosopher, they are considered as kuffar. But those naive ones, like the dummies you see in YouTube, they keep quoting those people. Those people destroy Islam. As an example, this person, he said that Allah don't go down, Allah he jump. You know, you remind me of the what his name, Kongoro? A Kongoro? Is that the Kongoro? Let me find the book. No, actually, I gave a wrong translation. Hold on, let me give you the correct one. Uh, when Allah he moved down, how Ibn Hazm he explained it? No, no, he did not say jump. Sorry. Let me find the book. You know, I did read this long time ago. All right. Uh, hold on. So this is the book here. He is saying he did not say jump. He says no, it's not a jump. It's not a movement. Sorry. He says that Allah he come down. This is a problem number 57 in the book. It's called Al-Muhalla bil-Athar. This is the book. Google. All right. So the movement of Allah is not when Allah he come down to the lowest heaven, it's an action Allah he does. It is not a movement or not a jump. And the proof of that is what happened in the following hadith. The Prophet said that Allah he come down every night in the third part of the night, and he stay into the third part of the night, and he says, who is asking me and I will answer him? Who is supplicating to me and I will give him? Who is asking for forgiveness and I will forgive him? Okay. Now here you ask yourself, is this man insane? If the hadith says Allah come down, how Allah don't come down? If your prophet says Allah come down, he is using this to prove that Allah don't come down, but the hadith says Allah come down. philosopher, you know. Okay, so when you're a prophet, he says Allah he come down every night. If it's not coming down and it's not a movement, so why Allah is saying he's coming down? He descend. Let us show you the hadith in English. This is the hadith. How in the world this person he is considered even to be an intelligent human being when he say this is not a movement? So what this is? This is a jump? This is a kangaroo? Your prophet says Allah he descend every night. So what he tried to do? He claimed that the movement of Allah is a word. When he's a prophet, he says that he come down. So did Muhammad, he used the wrong word? Maybe Ibn Hazm is inspired. He understands Islam better than Muhammad himself. Muhammad should not use the word he come down. He should use different word. Another issue, this idiot he said, which is destroying Muhammad lies. As an example, and by the way, he is like, you know, in his time looked like this guy, he was the mule, the only mule who the rest of the donkeys thought he is a horse. Let us say he's a person trying to think when the rest are trying to sleep. So there is a statement here, he says, I'm trying to find the book. And this is about the satanic verses. Satanic verses. Here we go. This is the book of Rasailu Ibn Hazm, the letters of Ibn Hazm, and this is the the Islamic website and the publication and the dates and the numbers, etc. So look what he's saying here. Some of the mufassirin, which mean do interpretation for the Quran, say that Satan, he throw the satanic verses on the mouth of the prophet, or in the tongue of the prophet, sorry. He says, A'udhu billah, this is cannot be true. I seek refuge by Allah from this. This is a lie. So he's accusing Ibn Kathir, he's accusing Al-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Jalalain, all the Muslim scholars to be a bunch of liars. And I agree. And that such a statement is a lie. And there is no way Allah, he will let Shaitan speak on the tongue of his prophet. There's no way Allah, not as Muslims, Allah will never do that. What does that mean? That means if Shaitan, he do something to you, it's Allah who told him to do it, correct? He just admitted. There's no way Allah will make Shaitan speak on the tongue of his prophet. But this is idiot. Don't you know the Quran, chapter 6, verse 112? Where it says, and every prophet we made for him an enemy from Satan's and genies. It's Allah who appointed them. Allah, he appointed Shaitan. You can change the translation if you don't like this one, whatever you want. As you know, all of them, they are a bunch of lies. So Allah is the one who appointed Shaitan, and the purpose of this appointment is to make trouble. Allah is the devil himself. He is the big boss. We have appointed for every prophet enemies from Shaitan among mankind and jinns. When Ibn Hazm, he said that there's no way Allah will let Shaitan control the tongue of his prophet, then the Quran did lie. Why? Because the Quran said Shaitan, he did that. This is what happened to you when you try to follow a philosopher, or he's trying to be a philosopher, trying to copy the philosopher, but he is not. He's just an idiot. This is your Quran, chapter 22, verse number 52. What the Quran says? What the Quran says? Read it carefully. Never did we send a messenger or a prophet before thee, but when he framed a desire, okay, this translation, not me. Satan throws some vanity into his desire, okay. He is saying that there is no way Shaitan is controlling his tongue, but he agreed that Shaitan, he controlled your desire. But isn't that